It's a season of ember, and you're in Eladria. Typically, a warmer climate than most, while you can feel the sunshine heavily down on these cobblestone streets, there is a breeze that flows off the distant waters that makes it too nice to spend indoors. For you, Hakari, it's the perfect balance and example of the tradition that you've studied, the elements.
I think he's going to search for not necessarily a secluded place, but somewhere that's not going to disrupt the flow of anyone who's passing by. But the balancing would be this sort of low stance martial arts sort of squat, arms extended in sort of like a flared palm, this deep breathing as from the base of his feet there's this ripple across the earth, this wind picks up around him. There's this tension and almost like a heat that reverberates from his form, and then as if settling, it coats his form in this thin veil of the stones and the dust of the streets. And then like a cleansing flame will just quickly rush across the exterior of his form. And then that'll happen probably for a solid 20 minutes, I want to say, as it just repeats.
Marcus, you have had an incredible Emberfest so far. You have spent a good chunk of the Ember season enjoying the company of your friend Brylee.
Brylee is an elf. She has a darker skin, and just like this big fluff of hair with this red streak in the front. It looks natural and unnatural all at the same time. She's dressed in, I would describe it as army's clothes from Sailor Moon, her school uniform, the long blue skirt, the sailor shirt with the necktie, and she's carrying like a notebook that looks very well worn, and she has these really big glasses, just big round ones. She's pretty unadorned other than that. She's got like a little ring on her pinky finger and like a necklace with a red stone that Marcus would know is a family heirloom. And also she's on the shorter side. She's like 5 foot tall. She's itty bitty. I know that people say that green apples aren't good and they're only good for pies, but honestly, I really think that they have just such a nice tartness about them that you just can't get in a red apple, Marcus. I don't understand why you can't ever get green apples.
Um, Probably I'd suggest the large amount of cider that's been ingested by the creation of such things is really probably causing the problem of there being a shortage, which fundamentally means that we can make a killing on the markets.
People just don't buy them. Like, look around. Red apples, red apples. Those are yellow for some reason. I don't understand it. Those ones are pink. That's close enough to red, but there's hardly any green.
Let's go and find the students, and I bet you every single green apple is currently either in a pie or is being made into cider.
As these words leave your mouth, Brylee, you clock this. You see this figure.
So Hikari has this like mahogany colored hair, a green sort of sweatband around the head, just underneath the hairline. This um, martial arts style monk gi around him of this olive green with the trim of almost like a early morning sunrise across the ocean. There is a staff that's across the ground flat in front of him that's sort of like notched in areas. There's a sash around his waist, that same yellow sun color. And from that hangs this like deep orange cord and a few sort of tassels around the base of this sash as well. These piercing blue eyes are just sort of half hooded underneath the eyelids at the moment. And there's this sort of intense look across my face. Not intimidation, just concentration.
Brylee, you see this figure. And you see them practicing. You want to say magic, but you're actually unsure. You see them practicing something that you yourself don't truly understand.
As we're walking, I'll like stop and like slap him in the chest with the back of my hand, and then just point. Marcus, look.
Let's go and chat.
Let's go and
This is a
chat.
great story. Let's just go and ask him.
Yeah. Maybe he's seen
Wait.
some apples too.
You go first.
Okay. I will just in a thing that Marcus has probably seen me do before, I will just open my book and in a flurry of pages I will disappear and then reappear in front of this meditating figure as I misty step.
I will just look, just watch. I won't say anything at this point, but I will acknowledge you just with a nod and a smile.
I will do the same thing. Brylee will be looking at you, like almost unblinkingly, her eyes magnified underneath her glasses, so like they just look huge, and she's just watching you performing this magic adjacent act.
Do you need something?
Are you doing magic?
No, it's not magic. It's a practiced art, though. I think it's akin to magic in some aspects. Do you want to learn?
Yes.
Okay. What is what's your name?
Oh, hi. Sorry, my manners. I'm Brylee.
Oh,
That, and she's going to point back to Marcus. That's Marcus. He is my best friend in the entire world.
I'll straighten up and hit a wave and gesture for you to join as well, Marcus.
Marcus comes somewhat slowly into view, trying to stuff a walking stick under one arm, pull out two books and a quill, and he's got the quill and an inkwell kind of dipped at an angle, and is drawing as he's walking towards you awkwardly.
Is he
Keep
okay?
going. Hi.
Oh,
Hello.
hello. Okay.
Marcus.
Hakari, pleasure. Okay, well, if we're going to do this, then you won't need this quill or the book, but you do whatever you're doing. I'll perhaps do a performance first, and then I'll explain it, or a demonstration, I should say. Are you happy with that?
Yes.
Marvelous.
Okay. I will shift back into that lower stance, and as my legs meet the form for the footwork, the earth and wind and everything will pick up and rush around my body again. Sort of extend one hand down in a tiger claw style form on the hand and draw up as these flames will then lick up around my arm. And then just punch forward with that, and it won't cause any heat or damage or anything, but it will be this beautiful display as the fire heats itself to a point where there's this sort of flicker of blue and yellow and then forming back into the red as it circles around my feet. Do you want to try now?
Yeah. How do you do it without magic? Like I can do this, and I'm going to prestidigitate, and I'm just going to mimic the fire with prestidigitation. But it's illusory fire. It's not real. It's not the same. Yeah, how do you do it without magic?
Years of practice. It's all about balance. The art of giving and taking. You wake in the morning with a well of energy, and you go to sleep when you need to refill that well. And my art draws from that same essence. And if you can learn to channel that, give some of it to the earth, to the wind, to the fire, to the water, and everything in between, you can call upon it for aid to support you. In some cases, it's as easy as breathing. In others, it takes more discipline. But what you did was impressive.
Thank you. It's not common. Like you can see elf. There's not many of us left, and this is just one of those things I think that comes with it. I don't know where it came from. I don't think I have a well.
Everyone has a well. It's just about learning how to tap it to draw from it. Your magic is no different. It's just a different kind of world, let's say. I would imagine Marcus is maybe the same.
Oh no, wildly different, oh boy. Nothing to do with that, but I've got some wonderful sketches going on, and
Okay.
the does that force actually impact others, or
Well, it
does
can.
it, would you pull it in from nature, from other realms?
How how do you no, it's just from all around us, Marcus. Um, I can impact someone with it if you want. Do you want me
Here's
to
an
try it on
apple.
you?
Try this apple thing. Can you do something to the apple?
Yeah, let me try something here. Okay, just place it in front of me. I'll step back and raise a hand, and in like a swift axe kick to it. With the kick, it comes down and it just erupts as this very focused stream of air is expelled into its core, and it just erupts.
Marcus goes over and it kind of examines the apple for an inordinate amount of time for no apparent reason. No idea who did that, Brylee. We should get him to do it again. Could you do it again a couple more times and
Sure.
slower this time? I'm just trying to work out how you actually, if anything, happens.
Only red apples,
Okay.
though, Marcus.
All right.
Only the red ones.
Okay. And Marcus will swiftly put away 3 green apples he's got stashed in his bag.
I'm gonna grab for one of those green apples because I want one.
Easy
So you
enough.
did find him.
Well, we were talking rather than, but yes, there's a stall over there. Sells loads of them. There's like barrels of them. I don't know how you missed it, Brylee. But it was a great conversation. Wildly enjoyed it. But this gentleman, sorry, where do you hail from? If you don't mind me asking, I'm
Well,
recording it.
you can record it. I have no qualms in you learning where I'm from. I'm from the Five Winds Monastery to the sort of southeast of Eladria.
Oh, hmm.
Are you unfamiliar?
No, wildly familiar. I have these wonderful maps that I was gifted some time ago um, for a graduation, and we've been exploring those. And Bradley's been very kind in providing some information about each of the places. And Marcus kind of pulls out this kind of map scroll, and in it there's a whole bunch of localized maps, only kind of like from there. It's like but how do we find you here? Are you here for the wonderful festival, or
I
something else?
how about we do this? My monastery believes in a lot of things, none more than balance. Let's say a trade. I'll tell you a bit about myself. If I could have a quick look at those maps, is that permissible, Marcus?
Marcus, it's only money, dear boy. And he kind of breaks through a couple of the maps and pulls out a slightly less battered one, and then kind of hands it over of what appears to be the local region.
I will point out where the monastery is. And just there, maybe 2 minutes from here is my mother's tavern, the Singing Leaf Tavern as well. If you needed a moment of respite as well.
Marvelous. Well, we'll definitely make a stopping point at some piece, but Brylee is currently just give me the benefit of some of her wisdom, and
What
she
kind
seems
of
to be
apples do you like, Hakari?
Red ones.
You're wrong, but okay.
But I mean, the green have a place, though I would say mainly in say like a stewed apples, jam, pie.
You're wrong. They have a place in my tummy.
Oh, you can eat them if you want. They're not for the faint of heart. They're very tart and painful.
You're just not eating them right.
It's can you enlighten me?
You have to keep them cold. If you keep them cold, they taste better and they're sweeter and juicier.
I've never. I'd be open to trying anything, really.
I'm gonna reach into Marcus's bag and pull out a green apple, and with prestidigitation, I'm gonna lower the temperature of it and hand it out to Hakari.
I'll take a bite.
It is crispest, nicest, fucking cool ass apple that you have ever eaten in your life. It is stunning.
I see what you
Also-
mean.
I told you so. Marcus here thinks that they're only good for ciders and pies.
They are.
Which,
He's
which
not
is
wrong
probably
as well.
true, to be honest. And if your tavern does sell cider, we can prove that one from it, because I bet you it's made from all green apples in the first place. But are we disturbing you? Because this seems like a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's a discipline, but you're not disturbing me. I'm out here looking for something. I think you'd put it that way. I No. What are you looking for in particular? Just enjoying this festival, or
Yeah, Brylee's just showing around. I am just strolling around, taking in there. I've recently received this fine walking stick, from my to be betrothed has gifted me, and
congratulations.
you know, so Brylee's just giving me some general advice, and we're arguing about apples again.
Marcus is apparently hiding entire stalls of them. So I am going to go and get some more apples. Marcus, can I borrow gold?
Just a gold? Okay.
Thanks, Marcus! And I'm just gonna, it's nice to meet you, Hakari! And I'm just running off into the middle distance.
So you're to be betrothed, Marcus. Is that exciting?
It's an arranged marriage thing. My family did it. It's being one of the middle children, they're never quite sure what to do with this. And I've been doing this university study stuff, and it's been fantastic. But mother thought it was time for me to be part of a bigger family type thing and get betrothed and strengthen unions, yada yada yada. Brylee has a number of opinions on it, which she will tell you at length without any prompting whatsoever. But yes, wonderful walking stick, and I've lost Brylee. I think she's buying up a market, which will probably cause a problem for other reasons.
There is a flash of pages again. Marcus, I can't lift a barrel of apples. Turns out 3 gold is a lot of apples. And I spent all of the money on the apples, and now I can't lift the barrel.
That's why Marcus will reach in the pocket and it's like, here's 10 silver. This is why you buy the people that carry it for us.
But I have you to carry it for me.
Well, no. As you know, I'm as weak as a wet tea cloth on a Thursday after washing. Yes, it's been a delight to meet you. Keep the map.
Thank you.
Marcus Strode. That was Brylee. We're apples. We're all over the place, and
We visit the tavern one time. The Singing Leaf, right? Singing Tea Leaf.
That's the one. Yes.
Okay, we'll visit it. Maybe not
Okay.
today. It's going to take forever to get these apples somewhere.
Delight to meet you.
Pleasure.
Good luck. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Till next time.
Marcus, Brylee, you make your way into this market seeking apples.
Marcus offers the idea that we should go down to this monastery, break in, spend like a week or 2 there, have a good old look around and see how it goes, because they seem to dress very nattily, and this sort of stuff. Oh, the whooshing was amazing. We should go and do that. It's nearby.
You're right. I think it'd be really fun. And also, if you could learn how to punch fire out of your hand, that would be funny.
Well, be great for cooking.
True.
And it was great at mashing things. I mean, the apple, I've got pictures of it. It was peculiarly crushed.
Yeah, wouldn't have to carry a knife around for it. And also, I think it'd just be fantastic to know.
Well, we have the map. He was very kind to tell us where it is, and we can easily go there. I'll just accidentally forge a couple of documents and we'll go visit.
That sounds like a plan.
Marvelous. Well, let's get it done. Hold on. How many apples did you buy?
All of them.
Too many. Truly too many. Brylee, you look back at Hakari, who's still gone back to refining and practicing their craft. And there is an intrigue there. There is a desire to know more. As someone hungry for knowledge. And for the different types of arcane and magic within this universe.